need a twist. Scientist, she's gonna find out what the answer is. Under here, over there, science is everywhere you look. With Iggy Peck, architect, and Rosie Revere, engineer, so much to do. And you can help too. A mystery, a riddle, a puzzle, or a quest. There are wonders to discover and hypotheses to test. Science is the best. A to twist, scientist. She's gonna find out what the answer is. Everywhere science is. She's forming a hypothesis, connecting polka dots, 'cause this is Scientist Data Twist.
The Great Stink. Come on, please be a 5. Please be a 5. Aw, man, it's a 2. That's 3 less than 5. And that means... roar!
You've been turned into a werewolf, Iggy.
According to the rules of Goblins and Dragons, you can't speak till your next turn. You can only howl like a werewolf. I can only howl. I mean, woo!
Iggy, werewolf howls are louder than that. Put your back into it.
Woo! Ew! Yuck.
Something smells like goblin's breath.
That smell, it's terrible.
Ugh, horrible.
Toe curling. We have to find out what it is.
Huh?
Say what now? This stink is a mystery, a riddle, a puzzle, a quest. And we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I don't smell it anymore. Where'd it go? Ooh, now I smell something. It smells
Like the yummiest yumminess ever.
Does this mean my famous veggie soup smells good?
so good.
Delicious.
What veggies are you using, Dad?
Oh, carrots, celery, tomatoes, onions, and garlic for extra deliciousness. Same ones for the salad, too.
Same veggies as the soup, but these barely smell at all.
Oh, the stink is back.
Yes! Let's follow our noses. Carpet smells carpety, but not stinky. Smells like reading.
It's not Mushu's litter box. It actually smells surprisingly okay.
Yeah, kitty litter is designed to absorb icky smells. And Arthur and I take turns cleaning it every day. Ew! Aha! The source of the great stink. Arthur's tennis shoes.
The grand slam of stink.
What are you kids doing?
We just made a fascinating discovery. You have stinky shoes.
I know. They don't smell when I'm wearing them at tennis, only when I take them off.
Great observation, Arthur. Do you like having stinky shoes?
No, I don't want my shoes to make the whole house smell. That's why I'm gonna try this. Mom uses this perfume to make herself smell good. So maybe it'll make my shoes smell good too.
Ooh, a test. Can we observe?
I guess.
It does smell like Mom.
But now the perfume is mixed with the stink. So it smells like your mom plus stinkiness.
Oh, there's no way I can unstink these shoes.
There's almost always a way to solve a problem with science. Let's see if we can solve this one. Oh, does that mean a brainstorm? Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Great, because I have an idea. Whenever I'm stinky, my mom makes me take a bath. We could give Arthur's shoes a bath. I love bath time. It's when I think of some of my best questions. But wet, slippery shoes could be dangerous for Arthur. True. We could put them in the dryer.
That might ruin the shoes. Luckily, I've got another idea. Since cat litter soaks up icky smells, we could pour some in the shoes to get rid of the stink.
Good thinking. But what if Mushu accidentally thinks Arthur's shoes are her litter box?
Uh-oh.
No, Mushu! I can watch! I have another idea. We could invent a special spray that gets rid of the smell. Like a perfume? Yeah, except instead of making it smell like something nice, we'd make it smell like nothing at all.
No fume?
Precisely. But we don't want to accidentally ruin Arthur's shoes. So we can do our test on this. I outgrew it last year, so my mom said I could use it for science if I wanted. We just need to make it super stinky before we use it.
Ugh.
Loading the lab. Smells like success.
Ew, that is stinky.
I don't know if my nose can handle this much success. Maybe your nose doesn't have to. Sometimes scientists need special equipment for certain tests. Now we're ready? Yeah. Let's hit it.
That's the gooeyest flop I've ever seen. It's a glop!
Or a floop. Maybe Arthur was right. De-stinking his shoes is impossible.
Sorry, that was my belly. When's dinner? Your dad's soup smells so good.
I know. The salad's probably tasty too, even though it doesn't smell as good as the soup. Wait, why doesn't it smell as good? It has the same ingredients.
I don't know why they smell different. I just know that a hot, tasty soup makes my belly feel nice and warm.
Soups are hot. And salads are cold.
I know that look. Do you have a hypothesis?
Yep. I've got a hypothesis. I've got a hypothesis. Does that observation mean this? Explanation. Right or wrong, let's find out what the answer is. It might not be right, but we're gonna find out what this theory is all about. An educated guess.
But will it stand up to our test?
Yes, that's what a hypothesis is. I've got a hypothesis. I've got a hypothesis. Let's find out how right it is. Let's go! And our hypothesis is hot things smell more than cold things. Can temperature really make things smell different? Well, when it's hot, air molecules move really fast and bounce around like this. Pew, 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 pew.
Like a wizard shooting fireballs.
Exactly.
And when it's cold, air molecules move slower. Like this.
So smells travel through the air faster when it's hot. That's what I'm thinking. But there's only one way to find out. Think cool thoughts, because it's about to get toasty in here. Did we teleport to the sun? Need water. So thirsty.
I love a nice dry heat.
Well, I think it's definitely hot enough to test our hypothesis. Ready for a sniff test? I don't know how much stink I can take.
You can do it, Iggy. Come on, let's go.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ew.
That is the smelliest smell I've ever smelled.
And the stinkiest stink I have ever stunk.
Looks like the heat does make things smellier. But to prove our whole hypothesis, we need to see if the cold makes things less smelly. Bring on the cold. I mean, bring back the heat. First, we gotta see if the cold de-stunk Arthur's shoes. Ready?
So cold. It smells like nothing.
It's not stinky at all, which means we proved our hypothesis. Does that mean we can be warm again? Yep.
Much better.
Except now that it's not cold, Arthur's shoes are back to being smelly. We need to find a way to keep his shoes cold when he's not wearing them so they don't stink.
The solution is obvious. We need to freeze Arthur's shoes into giant ice cubes.
That would solve the stink problem, but I think Arthur wants tennis shoes and not ice skates.
Didn't think about that part.
Maybe he could keep them in the freezer? My mom probably won't like dirty shoes next to all the food, though. So what if we created a shoebox that's kind of like a freezer, just for Arthur's shoes?
A freezer with an awesome design. We could make it look
Like an ice palace!
Brilliant! Now let's get building.
Hey, what are you doing to my shoes?
We're freezing the stink.
Wait, I don't smell anything.
That's because the cold air is keeping the stink from going all over the place.
Whoa, so you found a way to keep my shoes from smelling up the house?
Sure did. Yeah, huh?
That's amazing. Thanks. You kids might be onto something with this science stuff.
What's that smell? It smells delicious. Must be your dad's famous veggie soup, huh?
Sure is. Definitely.
Yep, just the soup, nothing else, like shoes or anything.
Huh? Shoes?
This soup really does taste as good as it smells.
And the salad tastes great, too.
Thanks, team. Glad you like it.
And I'm glad this soup is the only thing smelling up the house.
Me too.
I have an idea. Let's meet another scientist. Come on.
Hi, I'm Rachel Dutton, and I'm a microbiologist. And today, we're going to talk about what makes cheese stinky.
Let's go.
So we came here to the cheese shop today to get a closer look at some of the microbes that actually make cheese both taste good and make it stinky. Microbes are very, very tiny cells that you would never see with just your eyes, and you have to use microscopes to be able to see them. These microbes are found everywhere. They're found in the ocean, they're found in the soil, and they're found on some of the foods that we eat. So really, a lot of what we smell around us in the world, not just cheese, is actually because of the microbes. This particular microbe that we're looking at right now is one of the most common bacteria that you find growing on cheese. It creates a lot of delicious flavors on cheese, but it also makes it really stinky.
Ew.
So one of the things that cheesemakers do to actually control how much the microbes grow on cheese is they control temperature. So the warmer the temperature, the stinkier the cheese. This cheese is a special type of cheese from France, and these holes are actually from little tiny bugs, and those little tiny bugs are called cheese mites. The mites will actually create really interesting flavors and smells on the cheese themselves. So it's not just the microbes that can make smells, it's actually other organisms that live on the cheese. Fun fact! One of the microbes that grows on cheese and makes it stinky is the same type of microbe that grows on our feet.
Ew.
So when people think that stinky cheese smells like stinky feet, it's because it's the same type of microbe growing and producing the same stinky smells.
Wasn't that cool? Science is the best. Rosie's Rockin' Pet. Moosh's new cat toy is done.
Cool.
I calculated it so it's the perfect mix of curly and crinkly.
Let's see if she likes it.
Yep, she loves it. Especially the crinkly part. Why do cats love things that crinkle?
Mushu is so cute. I wish I had a pet. But since my mom travels for work, she says we wouldn't be able to give one a good home.
I guess that makes sense. Taking care of a pet is a lot of work. But maybe you could get one that isn't, like a goldfish. They just swim around all day. You don't even have to walk them.
But you do have to feed them. And they're hard to hug. Maybe a monkey. They love to hug and play.
Maybe a little too much.
True.
What about a ladybug? You don't have to walk or play with them. And they're adorable.
But they need food and a space to crawl around. Plus, they're easy to lose. Here, Ladybug.
True. You don't want to step on a ladybug that's lost in your house. So, you need a pet that doesn't eat, doesn't need to play, and doesn't need hugs.
Sounds like a rock.
Yeah, I could get a pet rock.
I was kidding.
I wasn't. Let's get my pet rock right now.
We can find one in my backyard.
Those rocks already have a home. I want a wild rock that needs one.
But where could we find a wild rock?
I know. The park.
Hi,
Mom.
Oh, Ada. You startled me. What's up?
I was going to ask you to take us to the park, but if you're working...
I am working on this crossword puzzle.
Mom. Mom.
I'm stuck on this work problem, and when that happens, taking a break usually does the trick. Please, please let me take you to the park so I can take a brain break.
Yay! We're here!
Here, this looks like a good spot.
Thanks, Mom. We're gonna go look for some wild pet rocks.
Wild pet rocks, huh? Okay, don't feed them. And stay where I can see you.
We will!
There are so many rocks here. I don't even know where to start.
This one's blue and round. Oh, and shiny.
I love it. Definite maybe.
Check this one out. It has fuzzy moss on top. It's so cute.
I love that one too. Aw, these two look like twins. Nice. This rock with this cool chip rocks. So many choices. Let's keep looking.
Whoa, Rosie, that's a pretty big pile of possible pets.
Yeah. How do we choose which one to take home? Rock, paper, scissors?
I could never choose just one. There's something special about every rock. Like Mossy, so fluffy and cute.
So cute.
Rocco and Mila are brother and sister. I can't separate them. And Chippy has a chip. No one else will ever want him but me. So I have to take them all.
Okay, there's just one problem. How are we gonna get them home?
Easy, in our pockets.
My legs! They're really heavy.
Okay, not our pockets. Maybe I can use my scarf. Stay. Stay. Who's a good rock? You're a good rock. Ugh, they keep falling out. Guess 'cause they're wild. Training's gonna be a doozy.
Know what we could use?
I know, a brainstorm.
Great idea.
Brainstorm, brainstorm. Throw in every thought you've had, no idea is ever bad. Brainstorm, brainstorm. Gather up your friends and try to find the how, the what, the why. Brainstorm, brainstorm. Let our imaginations become great new creations when we brainstorm, 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 brainstorm. Hey!
What if we poofed the rocks home? Shabracadabra! I mean abracazizzle. But I can't remember the spell words, which might cause a bigger problem. Ah!
What if we put your house on wheels and moved it here?
I'd guesstimate that we need roughly a zillion wheels.
Yeah, you're right.
We could get ladybugs to fly ants that carry the rocks. Ants are strong,
But ladybugs aren't that strong.
Any other ideas?
I got nothing.
Unicorns?
Hey, that's usually my line.
Ants, but no ladybugs.
Unicorns.
I already said that.
Cheese.
Cheese?
I'm hungry.
Oh no, I think we ran out of ideas.
What? We never run out of ideas.
We need to keep brainstorming. I have to get my pet rocks home.
But I can't think anymore. My mind feels like goo.
My mush is mindy. I mean, my mind is mushy. What if my mind turns to mush forever?
What are we gonna do? We're stuck.
Stuck. What if we stuck the rocks to, I don't know. It's like my brain broke. Wait a second.
I'm stuck on this work problem, and when that happens, taking a break usually does the trick.
I think I just connected the polka dots. My mom's taking a brain break because she was stuck on a work problem. We're stuck, so maybe we need a break. A play break.
No, we think should. I mean, we should think. Okay, we can take a break.
Dun 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 dun.
Ooh, these sunflowers look like they'd make a pretty cool catapult.
Who knew sunflowers were such a design?
Achoo!
Wonder. It's like there's little flowers inside the flowers.
There are. Sunflowers are made of thousands of tiny flowers. They smell so good. Why do flowers smell so good? Hey, my brain's coming up with information and questions again.
And my mind doesn't feel mushy.
Our play break worked. Yay! Let's get back to our brainstorm.
I know. We could charm owls into flying the rocks home for us. I'm very charming.
Owls don't work during the day. They're nocturnal.
Oh, yeah. They're only awake at night.
We could make a roller coaster to carry the rocks.
I love that idea.
But what if the roller coaster's wobbly and the rocks roll out?
Then it would be a rockin' roller coaster.
Maybe we can build something so we can haul the rocks.
Yeah, we could call it a Rosie Rock Hauler.
Great idea. Let's build it.
It could have a big net for the rocks.
And a frame to hold them in.
And wheels.
And done.
Love
Nice. Let's get materials.
We can weave these vines together for the net.
These sticks will make a nifty frame.
Found these wheels around the park. Can I build it now? Can I?
Yes. Go for it.
Yeehaw! We've got a Rosie Rock Hauler.
It's perfect.
Good job, Rosie.
Thanks. Let's see if it's strong enough for my pets.
Yay, it is. Let's finish loading.
Hi, Lorraine.
Hello.
How was your flight?
Wow-wee. That flight was a doozy.
Come on in.
Mom!
Hey, Rosie Posy Puddin' Pie. How was your day?
I got pets. Lots of them.
You what?
It's not what you think. Come see. Meet my pet, Rocks. That's Chippy. This is Rocco and Mila. And here's Mossy.
I never thought we'd be able to have a pet with my travel schedule. But Rocks, creative. Atta girl.
Right? These three are the best at thinking their way out of problems.
We did run out of ideas, but then we took a play break. Like your brain break, Mom, but with playing. You were right. It did do the trick.
I'm glad that helps, sweetie.
So, let's take your pets home.
Okay, but first, you should take the blue one, Iggy. You bonded.
Thanks, Rosie.
And take Mossy, Ada. You're perfect together.
Really? Thanks.
Don't worry, Mushu. I may have a pet rock, but you're still my favorite kitty.
I have an idea. Let's meet another scientist. Come on. Hello.
Hi, I am Raquel Nuno, and I'm a planetary scientist. And today we are going to talk about rocks from space. When we think of rocks, you think of the rocks that you might find at the park or on your hike, but there's actually lots of rocks just floating around in space. And then at some point, they entered our atmosphere and crashed onto the surface of the Earth. And now we have them here in our meteorite gallery.
Oh.
Rocks that came from space and then landed on Earth, we call those meteorites. These are our massive iron meteorites here. So if you're out rock hunting, one of the ways that you know that you found a meteorite is by seeing if it's magnetic.
Wow.
The rocks here on Earth are usually not magnetic. The types of rocks that are floating around in space, they range from something as small as a speck of dust all the way to something as big as almost a planet. The Earth is essentially just a big rock floating in space.
Whoa.
You can actually see space rocks coming into Earth. That's what meteor showers are. They're tiny pieces of dust and rocks that enter our atmosphere and burn up, and we see them as bright streaks across our sky. So don't forget to look up next time you're outside at night. You might just catch a meteor shower.
Fun fact,
The moon is shrinking. It turns out that inside the moon, there are rocks that are hot, but as they cool off, they shrink. And so the whole moon is getting smaller. But don't worry, you'll still be able to see it.
Wasn't that cool? Science is the best.